Now here we have one of our most popular drivers in Britain, Jimmy McCrae. Jimmy McCrae, 5 times British champion, 6 times winner of the Circuit of Ireland Rally. Only started rallying when he was in his 30s, now 44, and of course head of the great McCrae clan, because son Colin is going to be coming up behind him before too long. Jimmy has had some good runs on this rally. He was third a couple of years ago. Last year changed to Toyota and of course retired after the third stage, which was very sad. Immensely popular driver, immensely likeable person. Jimmy McCrae should be in with a very good chance, but of course the disadvantage is the two-wheel drive Cosworth.
McCrae had a guest appearance, of course, for Mitsubishi on the Acropolis, finished a fine fourth. 98 miles an hour, the Sierra very quick through that speed trap. 98 miles an hour, only 1 mile an hour slower than Franklin in that fastest time. That's mighty quick in the Sierra, but of course it has front engine four-wheel drive, and now he could do with four-wheel drive, couldn't he?
Indeed. I think the Cosworth will get the fastest time to our speed trap. These are the most powerful cars in the rally, it's marvellous cars, but it has to be said that four-wheel drive is the thing that you need when you get into the forests on an event like this. And although Ford are one of those magnificent rally teams, are developing the four-wheel drive car for later in the year, at the moment they must be at a disadvantage, only being two-wheel drive.
Nicely taken there. A flying Scotsman coming down towards this final left-hander at the finish here at Chatsworth. Over the bridge, we hope, safely. Yes, using all the road, very nearly clipping the bridge. And now another of the Sierra Cosworths, this driven by Franco Cunico, with the very experienced Terry Harriman, once the co-driver, of course, for Harry Bethman, sitting beside him. This is Italy's hope, I suppose, for future stardom. They already have a world champion, of course, Mickey Biasion, but Cunico and Ford together hope they're going to go places, particularly when they have four-wheel drive.
I must say, slightly odd to find Franco, very, very competent driver, and he's the Italian champion, 79, and for the last 3 years won Italian Group N, done some events in the Group A, the very fast Cosworth, and it seems very odd to us that he's really sort of flying the flag forward on this rally with very little experience in the forest or loose. Nevertheless, he entered the Audi Sport Rally a couple of months ago, and in fact was putting some very, very fast times, but crashed. And it was then decided to help him by putting Terry Harriman, the experienced co-driver that you mentioned, Richard. He's going to sort of help him through the forest somewhat. Very competent driver, but I think he'll have his work cut out.
Quick time there through the speed trap, 97 miles an hour, though these Ford Sierra Cosworths are mighty powerful and mighty quick on the quick bits. Now it's into the slippery, narrow bits.
32 years of age, won the Targa Florio in the Lancia 037 in 1983.
Very cautious approach, though. I think Mr. Harriman is keeping him well under control.
In fact, they must have a communication problem, because I met Franco a couple of days ago, and he doesn't actually speak very much English, and I'm sure that Terry Harriman doesn't speak too much Italian, so it's all hand signals maybe.
It seems to be working. 150 the quickest time, 155, 156, the clock ticking away. It'll be around the 12 seconds or so slower.
Here we are, the young man from Scotland, Colin McCrae. We've seen his father, Jim. Here is Colin, 23 years of age now, and probably one of our brightest hopes for the future. He's driven Fords all year, Group N cars on some of the national championships, and he's been allowed in the odd Group A car as well. He came 5th in New Zealand when he got a drive. His father took him out to New Zealand to have a go, and it was a tremendous result. Colin has had a lot of criticism from the press because he can't really do right. If he does well, they say, well, he's Jimmy McCrae's son, and if he does badly, they say, well, his father should have told him to slow down. But in fact, he's probably our brightest hope in the future, a super driver, and he's tamed himself a little bit better in the last few events.
Only 23 years of age, Colin McCrae, and he did beat his dad on the recent Audi rally, which was quite some drive, I felt. Best performance at first. Colin McCrae, I think he was third overall there, beat his dad in getting there, so a fine hope for the future from Scotland, from
98, that's another fast time.
Being through that speed trap. Avoiding the steady. very wayward tail under control.
Now it'll be interesting to see, we were keeping a little time of what time they go through the water splash. Father Jimmy was at 1:36, let's see, 1:36, identical time so far to his father.
The young flight landing quite heavily there, wasn't it? Quite a nasty bump at the front, but obviously pretty ample sump guard there to protect the underneath of the engine. And he goes very neatly over that bridge, not taking any chances there.